Hi. So for those of you who are in the session today, I said that I would create a little mini tutorial about Audacity. So a lot of you are using or going to be creating a radio drama, but even if you are using a lot of video, I would suggest using Audacity as well, just so that you can be mixing and editing some of those sounds. So I'm just going to put a little small something together. So I'm not actually going to be incorporating my own voice, though absolutely you can. So if you have a recording device on your phone, which I'm sure most of you do, you can always record your voice, send it to yourself, and then convert it online. As soon as you send it to yourself over email and try to open it, it's going to ask you a lot of times to convert it. So converting it to an MP3 or WAV file and downloading it, and then you can easily put it into Audacity. So I love horror movies. So we're going to play, I think, with a little spooky stuff in here. So let's see some sounds that I've already got in here, already downloaded. So let's start off with something kind of, subtle. So let's import some wind. So I go to File, Import. All of my sounds right now were in downloads because I downloaded all of them from online, mostly soundbible.com. It's really easy to use and there's a lot of sounds on there. So I am going to open the wind sound, just press OK. And then it's pretty long. So this is 2 minutes of wind. I don't know if I want 2 minutes of wind, but let's see, just beginning to see, let's see from the beginning, to see what this sounds like. Cool. Okay, kind of spooky. So let's add in another sound. So again, I'm going to import. Again, I already have a lot of these downloaded, but I will show you also how to download some of these yourself. So I think I do. Okay, so let's get some crow sounds in here. The best horror movies always have some good crows. So it's very short. So let's see, I'm just going to really quickly actually mute this one. So I just press the mute so I can hear the crows just by themselves, or you can just press solo. You know what, I'll just press solo. That makes it easier because there's only, one other sound. So let's see what this sounds like. This crow sounds like by itself. Okay, and now let's unmute that and see what they sound like together. Probably won't have it, right at the beginning. Ooh, okay, let's have it happen a little bit later. So if you don't want it in the original place, so it's always going to place the sound at the start. So I don't want it there actually. So I am going to go to these lovely tools up here. I'm going to click this two-headed arrow. That's the time shift tool. So this allows you to move this sound wherever you actually want it to go. So let's say I want it, really when you actually start to hear the wind a little bit louder. So I'm going to place it over there, okay? So I'm going to go back to that select tool, the one that looks like an eye, and I will go again from that beginning, and let's see what both of these sound like now together. Creepy. Okay, so maybe the beginning of this is slightly too long. So let's get rid of that. Again, I know that I can just shift that over, but just to show you how to use these tools. So I'm going to highlight. So again, making sure that not only do I have the select tool selected, but I also have it on stop. So rather than having it on pause, it won't let me edit anything if it's just on pause. So making sure that it's definitely on stop. Okay. So I'm going to highlight that section that I want deleted, and I'm just going to click this cut tool. Now, however, if I wanted to actually just cut that and paste it somewhere else, so some people were asking how to, just cut certain parts or just separate, sorry, that's a better word to say, just separate certain parts, you can still use that same cut tool and then just paste it back and it will be separated. So if I wanted to, paste it over here, it'll just, it's the same thing, just paste it, okay? But I don't want that, so I'm just gonna click that, go back, okay. So let's see now what this sounds like. Great, 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 great. Cool, all right. Now, a lot of times, these sounds you might want to repeat these sounds a few times. So what you can do always, is go to select it, all right? And then you can just copy it and then, paste it somewhere else. Or you can actually go to the effects and you can just repeat. So you can show how many times you want it to repeat. It's going to come immediately after. So for this, I probably don't want it to repeat immediately after, but a few times. So let's paste this again. I don't know, let's paste it again over here. All right, so I'm gonna go back to that paste tool. Boom, I'll paste it over there. So a couple of crow sounds in there. Let's import some new sounds. All right, what other weird stuff do I have already saved? Ooh, a werewolf? Let's go. I think I have this weird like sing-songy one. Maybe I don't. Okay, then in that case, let's go and get that werewolf one if I can find it again. There it is. Okay. Cool. Let's see what this sounds like just on its own. So I guess I'm just going to press solo just so I can check this out on its own, see what it sounds like. Love that. Super cheese, love it. Okay. So again, probably don't want that at the beginning. I'm just gonna, make that not solo anymore. So I don't want that at the beginning. Let's put it in between these beautiful crows right here, and let's check it out, see what it sounds like. So again, making sure that's on stop, it already is. Making sure that select tool is actually selected, and let's have it start just from there. Okay, fantastic. Now I'm going to go on to Sounds Bible and let's search. There's this one, and I thought I had it. It's kind of a creepy sound. So again, you will just search in there. Oh, this is the one. So you'll search in here, and then the sound should come up right here. Often there's a few that are listed, especially if you search something general like rain or wind or, cars. There'll be a lot. So you can always go here to listen and just press it to see what it actually sounds like. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna... Love it. So creepy. Love. Okay. So I'm going to click that. I'll scroll down a little bit, and it gives you two options. You can download it as a WAV file, or you can download as an MP3. I'm going to download it as a WAV file. So it's going to come up here for me. It's downloaded, so it's going to appear in my downloads. I am going to go back to Audacity, File, Import, Audio, and it's just at the top because that's one from today. Fantastic. Okay, again, probably don't want it at the beginning, so I'm going to move it a little bit later on. Let's have it after those crows. And let's see what it sounds like all together, just, with the crow, with the wind, all of that jazz, okay? And I'll warn you this time, that's going to be scary. Well, okay. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mommy's gonna buy you a mockingbird. And if that mockingbird won't sing,
Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring.
Ooh, I think that calls for another crow right at the end. So I'm gonna put another crow right at the end of that creepy singing. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it right there. Fantastic. Okay, so of course you can go in, you can add a lot more sounds, maybe some rain. Let's do one more odd, like some footsteps or something. Okay, so again, import audio. Sorry, this is a long video. And I think it's called just walking away, or yeah, walking away. Okay. All right. And again, we don't want it there, so we'll bring it all the way at the end. So let's hear what this sounds like all together very quickly, and then I'll show you a few more editings.
Buy you a diamond ring.
Sweet. Okay. And the last thing that I am going to show you, and again, this is all in the effects, this is going to appear, is a quick fade out. Okay, so I'm going to select this, and I'm just going to fade those sounds out. So I go to effect, and I'm going to go to fade out. Sweet. And so now this sound is going to get a little bit quieter, a little bit more faded than it already was. So it's very easy to use. Again, I'll show you really briefly that when I actually go to audio, I know it's hard for you to see probably, but there are a lot of sound effects, not only sound effects, but actually full radio dramas from other classes. So again, what you can do is simply click whatever audio recordings that somebody else from your group already did, or if they did, pages 1 to 5, you can easily download that. If it's a WAV or MP3 file, download it and put it in to one Audacity, ongoing file. So you can actually edit all that work together, okay? You can't use this in project mode with your entire group, so it has to just be, one person at a time doing one section. Okay, so I know it's a little bit difficult to use in that kind of way when you're doing it all together. So let's export this. So let's export it as, doesn't matter, MP3 or WAV. So let's just go MP3, cool. And let's just call this creepy things. Okay, cool. I'm gonna save it on my desktop. I'm gonna save it. So your tracks will be mixed down and exported as one stereo file. That is exactly what we want. We don't want a bunch of separate files. We want one audio file. Again, that'll make it a lot easier to use when you are actually creating your own work. Okay, so I'm gonna close this. Oops. Yes, I want to save the project. Save the project. Let's put that on my desktop. Creepy project this time. Okay. So now this is I'm going to close this down. This is going to, oh, that's for my other class, sorry. That's going to appear on my desktop. So creepy things. And let's listen to what it actually sounds like. If it opens. Okay, so now the final project is actually here. So again, it's one WAV file now, and you can also do MP3, and this makes it really easy for you to share not only with me, but for your other group mates, so that you can continue the editing process, especially since you're going to be separating that work, right? hopefully this was helpful. I know it was a pretty long video, but since not a lot of you have gone through Audacity before, I think this was pretty helpful. If you have any more questions for me about using Audacity, using some of those editing features, again, if you make a mistake, there's always that button that you can click just to reverse any changes that you made. Yeah, just let me know if you need anything else from me. Okay, bye.